Roy Kunsky. He was unable to attend our presentation this evening and wanted to indicate his support for the Wheelock Park concept plan.
And we will file this, we will accept this as information. And another communication.
Georgia Kasulis is resigning from the Library Board of Trustees.
And I would recognize Councilor Greenwald for a moment.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would move to accept the resignation with his appreciation for the years of service.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. And further communication.
Communication from Councilor Clark on the Special Mission Rescue Vehicle.
Okay, this communication, the issue relating to the vehicle, to the rescue vehicle, commonly known as the BEARCAT, has been considered twice by the City Council. It's also been considered twice by the committee, by the Finance Committee. We've had a public forum, public hearing before the City Council relating to this matter. And at this point, we don't have any new information, so I'm going to file this.
Your Honor, I respectfully challenge the chair.
Okay. I believe there's a process for that. City Attorney.
It requires a second.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded.
Now the debate is between you and the member.
As I understand it, under the rules, you're allowed to speak, and I'm allowed to speak, and then we will vote.
Yes.
And it requires a 2/3 vote of the council.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
keeping in mind that the debate between you and the counselor is on the decision of the chair and not necessarily the underlying merits of the request.
That's correct. And any discussion of the underlying merits of, any discussion about the BEARCAT would be irrelevant. This is only a discussion about challenging the ruling of the chair.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I would say that there is new information, in that Keene used to be known for things like protecting the environment and innovative urban planning and things like that. Now, we've become a national village. I believe it's time to reconsider with other information that we've gathered through the Finance Committee as far as the use of the vehicle. I believe there's a lot of other information, so I would challenge that there is no new information to discuss.
The chair has decided to file this as informational because we have had extensive debate on the floor of the City Council regarding this. The City Council, in fact, voted twice to accept the grant, once in 2010 and again in 2011. The vehicle was actually delivered to us in 2012. In addition, we get semi-annual reports from the police department relating to the use of the vehicle, and there is certainly opportunity if there's anyone that wishes to debate the use of that vehicle, to do that when the reports are received. So at this point, regardless of what some national news satire program may wish to say out of context about the BEARCAT, there is no factual information that I'm aware of that has come forward, so the ruling stands. And I guess we're subject to a vote.
Yes. It requires a two-thirds.
It would be a roll call vote, require a 2/3 vote.
But just to be clear, an aye vote would uphold your ruling?
An aye vote would uphold your challenge of my decision, and a no vote would be to sustain the position of the chair.
Councilor Roberts.
No.
Councilor Clark.
Yes.
Councilor Duffy.
No.
Councilor Redfern. No. Councilor Jacobs.
No.
Councilor Manwaring. No. Councilor O'Connor.
No.
Council Filio.
No.
Council Hague.
Yes.
Council Powers.
No.
Council Chadbourne.
Yes.
Council Meader.
No.
Council Jones.
No.
Council Richards.
No.
Council Greenwald.
No.
Listen, 14 to 1.
Unfortunately, we've all been victims of 14-1 votes, too. Okay, thank you. The next item on the agenda would be committee reports.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report relative to 2011 unpaid tax deed. On a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends the city manager extend the deed waiver period through November 1, 2014, signed Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Roberts.
just a scrivener's note, it should be 4-0.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. This item deals with our tax deeds. There are individuals that are behind on their property taxes, and it is the desire of the Finance Department, City Council, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee to work with the citizens as well as possible to resolve this so that the taxes get paid and that people keep their homes. According to our memo here, one of the items, one of the homeowners did catch up their taxes, and I'm told by the city tax collector that there's another one that is very, very close to done. So what this will do, will authorize the city manager to extend the process through November 1, 2014, so that the staff can work with the homeowners and hopefully get their taxes paid and life goes on. So Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that we approve this action.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. One thing I want to say at this point to I know there's some news media here tonight that were interested in covering the discussion relating to the BEARCAT, Council of Parks Communication. This is going to be a relatively short city council meeting tonight, so that if you would like to remain until the end of the meeting, I'm sure that whether Councilor Clark or anyone else you might wish to speak to would be available. But I do not anticipate that this will be a long meeting tonight. Okay, further reports.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report relative to the acceptance of donations. On a vote of 4-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to accept donations associated with the annual employee retiree health fair scheduled for October 2014 and the annual employee recognition event scheduled for December 2014. Signed, Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Councilor
Your
Greenwald.
Honor, move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Greenwald.
No, Your Honor, this may be controversial, but may.
I don't know, you're going to use these donations to buy a
Never know,
vehicle?
Since about 2000, the Welcome and Recognition Committee has coordinated employee recognition events to show appreciation to employees for their performance and giving them awards. What this motion will enable is that the city manager be authorized to accept donations for the annual employee and retiree health fair in October and December. So Finance Organization and Personnel Committee urges that we go forward with this.
Okay, is there any further discussion or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. A further committee report.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report relative to, again, acceptance of donations. On a vote of 4-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends the city manager be authorized to accept donations associated with the city's 2014 Holiday Family Sponsorship Program. Signed, Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Councilor
Thank you,
Greenwald.
Your Honor. Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Greenwald.
Very self-explanatory, but of course, reading Elizabeth Fox, no, I was trying to read through the signature on top of it. Came to us and explained that there's a program for holiday family sponsorships, and this will enable the staff to go out and accept donations for that program.
Thank you. Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 4.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report relative to an agreement with Challenger Sports Corporation. On a vote of 4-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to execute an agreement with Challenger Sports Corporation for a fall soccer season with the Keene Parks Recreation Department. Signed, Mitchell Greenwald.
Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second.
Councilor
Thank you, Your
Greenwald.
Honor. Again, pretty straightforward. The Challenger Sports Corporation comes to Keene. They're from Rhode Island. I could vouch for the program. My grandson has participated. It's not a conflict of interest. He gets his way. This is authorizing the Challenger Corporation to come forward once more and operate the program for Parks and Rec.
Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 5.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report relative to the Rose Lane closure. On a vote of 4-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommend the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to negotiate and execute a contract with Laredo Engineering Associates for engineering design, permitting, construction oversight, and reporting services associated with the closure of the Rose Lane sludge monofill at a cost not to exceed $42,515. Signed, Mitchell Greenwald.
Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor
Thank
Greenwald.
you, Your Honor. Between 1934 and 1985, the city operated a wastewater treatment plant on Rose Lane. When I first came to Keene, I thought that was aptly named Rose Lane Sewage Treatment. Later, I found out that Rose Lane is named after Rose Wyman. So that's a city trivia for you. So this wastewater treatment plant was closed, and the city has been working with the state Department of Environmental Services about the closure, capping, and cleanup of all the different materials that at the time were illegal and legitimate to